Brazil's deep divisions playing out on the streets of its major cities, with some marching in support of President Jair Bolsonaro and opponents determined he should step down.
We are here in defense of democracy and asking for Bolsonaro to leave. This president who usurped the people's power and is committing atrocities. He does not deserve to govern our country.
Protesters are angry at Bolsonaro's response to the pandemic. He's openly disagreed with advice from his own health ministry, calling COVID a little flu, saying measures such as social distancing are costing jobs and are more dangerous than the virus itself. Those feelings echoed at rallies in Brazil's commercial capital, Sao Paulo, where some wore masks showing the president who's often seen without one.
We're here in support of our President Jair Bolsonaro. We want to go back to work. We want support for shopkeepers, support for entrepreneurs. These people here in Sao Paulo today are in support of Brazil.
But Brazil is struggling to beat the virus, with some doctors warning that hospitals are swamped with more than 1 million confirmed infections. 2 health ministers, both doctors, have resigned as the number of Brazilians dying or falling ill increased. What critics say is the president's chaotic response has seen local authorities step in to take their own measures. But judging by the crowds at protests and the shops, there's not much social distancing being done. Many say what rules there are not being enforced. On Rio de Janeiro's famous Copacabana beach, Bolsonaro supporters stood with Brazilian flags staked into the sand, where just weeks ago there were crosses laid in protest against the tens of thousands of deaths. The mortality rate among Brazil's indigenous people is twice as high as other Brazilians. The military's been sent in to help communities with testing, but some in the Amazon region say it's too late and accuse the president of abandoning them.
I feel a headache, weakness. Sometimes I can feel it in my heart. I feel weak.
As the virus continues its relentless spread, so too does anger about whether President Bolsonaro is to blame. Alexi, Al Jazeera.